Mike's Daily Podcast.
Episode 900! Hello, this is Mike Matthews broadcasting from Cafe Anyway here at the last place on earth located somewhere in Podcaster Valley today. The finale of my cassette Cubbyhole Matthews interview from 2000 with the famous country music band Shenandoah, their lead singer Marty Raybon. Plus we hear from Benita, the Disgruntled Fiddle Player, Madame Rootabega, Valentino,
Mike's Daily Podcast,
Bison Bentley, and the Brewmaster, all for the 900th show!
Mike's Daily Podcast.
So here we are right now at the 900th show. We'll be at the 1000th here before you know when this started. I was still married. Why did I bring that up? Oh! That was my little mid-anniversary song, Moan. And all the musicians and singers I've interviewed over all this time.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
And all that despite drinking the Brewmaster's root beer. I'm fine.
Mike's
except for the memory loss.
Daily
What was I talking about?
Podcast.
I like eggs, Howard.
Yeah!
Enjoy this 900th episode. And please enjoy one of the complimentary balloons here. Oh, that's not nice. They were generously and unknowingly donated by the Mackenzie family at Chuck E. Cheese. So things are interesting and afoot that will be revealed over the next couple of shows that happened to me recently. But it's so great to make it to 900. 900. So wonderful. And the Cafe characters, the Cafe Anyway characters are all here. They're about to all pop in. In fact, let's let the first one in.
Hi, Mike. It's Benita, the rodeo queen. How you doing?
It's a disgruntled fiddle player, tell you what.
What?
Happy 900th anniversary, Mike. That's great. Y'all should be proud of yourselves.
I am totally. Yes. It's amazing. 900 episodes. We've done it, guys. We've been around for over 4 years. We missed the 4-year anniversary. That was back in May, so we're kind of celebrating the 900th today. And, about it.
Mike, that was kind of anticlimactic.
It was a bit, wasn't it? Yeah. Look who else just walked in.
Hello there, Mike. I'm a dude behind the Brewmaster.
Brewmaster, now, with the whole thing of the root beer that you make poisoning everyone that comes to Cafe Anyway, we want to just say thank you for all your years of service and of providing a liquid that is sometimes quite deadly. But, you know, we luckily have created all kinds of antidotes that have helped us get over your... so basically, thank you.
You're welcome, Mike.
Okay. Look who else just walked in.
Hello, Mike Matthews. This is Madame Rootabega, and I brought a couple of friends.
Hello there, Mike. This is Valentino, the passionate thing.
And this is Bison Bentley. Do you know that?
We wanted to wish you a happy 500th birthday day.
Yeah, happy 500. Do you know that?
Actually, you don't know that. It's 900. And thank you. Oh, and the people, look who else walked in from yesterday.
Mike Matthews, we were just here like last show, so, whatever.
Mike, it's Floyd the Floorman. Happy anniversary.
Yes, Mike. John Deere, the engineer here. Happy anniversary. Thanks, guys. Thank you. So, yeah, so what we did was back in 2011, I said, hey, I was doing a podcast called The Last Place on Earth, and I'd done that about a year, and I said, you know what, I want to do something every day. This last podcast I'm doing just every week. I want to do, and everybody else was just doing a weekly podcast. I'm like, how about daily? So that's what we went for. We haven't hit every single day since then, but it's been a lot of fun. And other podcasters have followed the format since then. Big name podcasters are now doing podcasts every day. Thank you for ripping off my idea. But yes, so that's what we've got going on. And muchos gracias to you for being a listener of Mike's Daily Podcast, being a downloader, being a Mike's Daily Podcaster in your own way, spreading the word of the show, which is different than most other podcasts in that we're here at Cafe Anyway with a lot of strange characters.
Mark, I want to tell y'all that I brought you a little gift.
Oh, let me see what that is. Oh, it's a hubcap.
Yeah, Mark, enjoy it. I gotta go. Bye, I found it on the street.
So nice of her. Just really, I'm brought to tears, quite frankly. Of course, this show began as the Santa Fe Cafe back in Ventura, California. In 1993, actually, I took it over in 94, and this show is sort of a spin-off of that. A lot of the characters that I came up with came from that show. I used to do, which if you maybe heard on the last show from that Marty Raybon interview, I used to do characters like Homer Simpson, Marge Simpson, Sean Connery, and Fernando Lamas, and that's just sort of the stockpile of impressions that I do. I don't really do anything else. I tried to do Liam Neeson, but that's just a growl with an Irish accent. Growling. Kind of. And then there was the characters, like you, Disgruntled Fiddle Player.
Yeah, I like that Liam Neeson. I felt like it was here all of a sudden.
Yeah, thank you. And then, Shelley Shuhart.
Like with you, I'm sort of modeled after all the little girls that used to call all the time and want to hear Tim McGraw.
Yeah, now although that was back in the 90s, those little girls are now grown up with like kids of their own. It's weird. And then there was you, Valentino.
Yeah. That was me. They.
And Bison Bentley, I came up with you back like in the early 90s before I had that Santa Fe Cafe show.
Yeah, I'm like premature. All these people did. Do you know that?
Yeah, and premature in general. Madame Rootabega, you're from the Santa Fe Cafe days.
Michael Masu, I remember when I was on that show and people would call up and they would want me to read their fortune. And I would do it, and they would go, "That's crazy. You predicted absolutely nothing."
Well, it was what you said, basically. You read tea leaves. And the thing is, you left them in the bag, in the water, in the cup that was in the trash. I don't know how you even read those. It's kind of strange.
Michael Matthew, it's called my process. Ooh.
And then we also had, let's see, I'm missing one of somebody. We talked to you, Brewmaster.
Yeah, I tried to kill you with my root beer.
Right, we got over that, and Benita left. Did Nern stop by? No, let's not bring Nern into this. He's that alien that pops in. Oh, here he is.
Hello, Mike. I'm Nern from the planet Nern. I'm leaving.
Good. I'm glad he left. So when I was let go unceremoniously from Cumulus Radio back in 2000, early 2009, I decided I want to try podcasting because it looked interesting to me and doing radio. And I'm like, everybody else just turns on a microphone, talks into their laptop or whatever. I'll do something with interesting sound effects, try and create a place, a mood, sort of a, imagery, theater of the mind type thing. And that's what I've been doing. The first show was actually called The Messy Desk. And because I just did it from my desk in my house, that was very messy. And then we went to The Last Place on Earth, and then this kind of began to grow. The Last Place on Earth, by the way, interestingly enough, was supposed to be on the radio in Huntsville on a NPR station, but all of a sudden, and the program director was all excited about it, and all of a sudden he stopped calling. I couldn't get a hold of him. I looked him up now, like 6-7 years later. It turns out he became a teacher at some university teaching radio. So I don't know why he didn't call me. That would have been nice, but it would have been courteous. But in my career, I've seen courteousness thrown out the window. I had a roommate that I've told you often about who podcasted. He was my last roommate. He just moved out about a couple weeks ago. Will not call me. Hasn't left a message or anything. Just dropped off the map. The only way I can find out how he's doing is if I listen to his podcast. So some people just cut ties with me. I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm just, bad breath. Maybe when I talk to people, I'm a little too close to them. Do you get that vibe off me, Disgruntled Fiddle Player?
I'm backing up slowly. Okay, right about here is good.
You're 10 feet away from me.
Yeah, no, this is good.
All right. Yeah, so that's been basically the long and the short of it. But now let's get to the show, the actual interview, the finale of my interview with Marty Raybon. He sings some more on this one. This was recorded on Valentine's Day in the year 2000. Marty Raybon, the former lead singer of Shenandoah. This was found on a cassette recently. I was going through cassettes and I found it, and I'm like, oh, this will be part of the cassette cubbyhole, where we feature old things that I recorded onto cassette that were interesting. You can go back and listen to all of them. They're at mikesdailypodcast.com. Just look for the word cubbyhole at the top of the page. Click on that and you'll find them all. Past interviews with Keith Urban, Dierks Bentley, the Dixie Chicks, John Ritter, I spoke to very briefly. Sadly is no longer with us. There was, who else we talked to? Lone Star. Yeah, so that's all there at mikesdailypodcast.com, as well as links to where to listen to the show in iTunes. You can also subscribe to us there and comment on the show, rate the show. If you do that, more people find out about us and we don't languish in obscurity. You can also find us on YouTube, SoundCloud, TuneIn, Stitcher, Podomatic, Mixcloud, Spreaker, Player FM, Ameristream Live. And I usually mention here that I'm on a radio station in Connecticut every weekday morning. But the guy there, that's the program director, apparently likes to just take whatever I upload to his radio station, just likes to take it out whenever he feels like it. So I do a lot of work for it, and then he just goes, nope. So it kind of reminds me of the days when I worked for Cumulus. But we'll see. I don't know how much longer that's going to happen, but whatever. Then there's the country station, though. That's going strong. Country Crossroads Radio. I'm going to be on that this weekend. I'm on there Saturday and Sunday afternoons. Check that out. You can find the link there at mikesdailypodcast.com, as well as where to find us on Facebook and Twitter. If you want to reply to anything we've said on the show, you can do that at the Facebook and Twitter. Or we're also on Instagram, Yelp, and Tumblr. We read your comments on the section emails from email and your common, not so comments. You can also find the blog, the Daily Podcast Picture, all my past interviews. And if you would like to help us out through PayPal and become a Mike's Daily Podcaster, you'll get a personalized MP3 for thee from all the cafe characters. Or if you're just simply using Amazon, they hear you know, people buy stuff off there all the time. There is a link through mikesdailypodcast.com, and if you use that link and you buy something, we get a little something from that. All there at mikesdailypodcast.com.
Mike's Cassette Cubbyhole.
Marty Raybon with Shenandoah. Marty Raybon here at the Hey Santa Fe Cafe on this Valentine's night.
Hey, Matt, see if you remember this. This is a good Valentine. This is one of the premier Valentine songs.
I think I know which one this is.
Riding down the road in my pickup truck. You better be ready, 'cause I'm picking you up with a full moon shining and a little bit of luck. We'll run out of gas and maybe get stuck. We can get lost, baby, I don't care. I ain't worried as long as you're there. There ain't no place that I'd rather be next to you, sitting next to me. There ain't no place that I'd rather be next to you, next to me. Barbecue chicken in aluminum foil, just enough money for my gas and oil. Who needs your shrimp and your caviar? I soon to have you just the way you are. Rich people got their money to hold, mansion on the hill and diamonds and gold. You can't compare as far as I can see, next to you, sitting next to me. There ain't no place that I'd rather be next to you, next to me.
What is the song that's on your new album?
You know, it's a tune that was out about 15 years ago by a fellow by the name of Michael Johnson, Hugh Presswood, which wrote Ghost in This House and Hard Rock Bottom of Your Heart, and If I'm Not in Love, I'm on the Verge. I mean, just the song Remembers When. He's a great writer. And in fact, the song we opened the show with, Deep Summer, Deep South, he wrote that as well. Anyway, he had wrote this song, and what made me really fall in love with the tune, Matt, was, well, of course, the arrangement, but boy, that second verse, it says, there's a weeping willow on the outskirts of town where I took a pocket knife and carved out our names. And in the morning, I'm going to cut that tree down. I'm going to build a fire and watch us go up in flames. And that's that.
That's that.
Yeah, that's that.
That's a passionate little lyric for this Valentine's. Shall I play it?
Yeah, let's play it.
It's Marty Raybon at the CASSETTE Santa Fe Cafe with That's That.
There's a weeping willow on the outskirts of town where I took a pocket knife and carved out our names. But in the morning I am gonna cut that tree down. I'm gonna build a fire and watch us go up in flames. And that's that.
That's that.
You know, it's just, you know, I seen everybody's trip set for the cook.
Hello. It's Marty Raybon. How have you been?
I've been absolutely good.
It's been so good to see you here.
You know, actually, I wanted to let you know, I really enjoyed that In Hunt for Red October.
Did you? That was one of my better parts. How did you like Entrapment?
You know, I never seen that.
Catherine Zeta-Jones. I enjoyed doing that one. I'm quite limber for my age, aren't I? Yes. Well, Marty, I'll let you play this song that I enjoy and let Matt Michaels take over since it's his show.
Hey, see you.
Bye.
There you go.
I know you're ready. You show all the signs. Your eyes sparkle. Oh, how they shine. You keep saying you can't take another heartache. The way you hold me, the way that you move, where your feelings keep showing through. You can't hide it, it's written all over your face. Don't tell me you're not in love when your heart beats like it does. Your trembling body tells on you each time we touch. You can tell me you're afraid. I am too, and that's okay. I've got eyes I can see, baby, don't tell me you're not in love. Sweet love songs bring you to tears. Oh, come on, baby, don't hide in your fears. Let your lips say what your heart already knows. Now your denial, it's the last thing to fall. The only brick left holding the wall. Don't hold back, just speak with your heart and your soul. Don't tell me you're not in love when your heart beats like it does. Your trembling body tells on you each time we touch. You can tell me you're afraid. I am too, and that's okay. I've got eyes I can see, baby, don't tell me you're not in love. I've got eyes I can see, baby, don't tell me you're not in love. Ooh, you're in love. Right here on the Santa Fe Cafe. Hey, hey. Ooh, you're in love with my old buddy Matt Michael.
I didn't mean to steal her away from you, Marty. It was, usually it happens the other way around.
Right there in Santa Fe Cafe.
Ventura, California.
Ooh, you're in love.
You're in love. Yeah, yeah.
Ooh, you're in love. We gone. Ooh, we're gone.
Thank you, Marty Raybon, for coming to the Hey Santa Fe Cafe.
I'm so proud that when I got to the station today, with open arms, I heard how so many country music fans and listeners around here loved the Butterfly Kisses thing and so many nice, wonderful things that had been said. And I just want you to know, man, it's been a joy and a privilege and an honor to be here with you. And I appreciate you letting me take up the time with you tonight and kind of debut the album a little bit, but more than anything, to kind of bring about a friendship that's been coming on for a long time, and I appreciate you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. And I love your version of this song the best. It's Marty Raybon at the Hey Santa Fe Cafe. Thank you, Marty.
Hey!
Butterfly kisses with her mama there, sticky little white flowers all up in her hair.
Man, there was a time when Butterfly Kisses was the biggest dang song. Do you remember that? Bob Carlyle originally did it. And then on the country charts, the Raven Brothers had kind of the hit with it. But man, that song was all over the freaking place. Bob Carlyle, what has happened to him? I don't know. But I'll tell you what has happened to me. It is the 900th episode, and we are going outside of Cafe Anyway, where we bring you Mike's Daily Podcast somewhere in Podcastro Valley here at the last place on Earth. Yes.
And here's today's podcast picture.
And the podcast picture is of myself with the Brewmaster, and we're celebrating the 900th episode. Why do I keep jumping to 300? Maybe because it's a multiple of 9. Wait, 9 is a multiple of 3. Yeah.
Mikey just blew my mind.
So that's where we're talking. He's pouring me some root beer, and we're celebrating. Of course, in the cartoon, I will drink that root beer and then promptly pass out, go into a coma, and that will be the end of the Mike's Daily Podcast.
Mike, don't say that.
I'm just kidding.
Mike, there are a flush of nutrients that you get when you drink my root beer. Oh boy.
Wonderful. Well then, bring it on. That's all I can say. Bring it on. Bring on more podcasts. Keep on listening to more podcasts. Keep this podcast craze going. Everyone I talk to now is all about, oh yeah, oh you do a podcast? Oh, I listen to podcasts. And I'm like, oh good, well let me tell you my exact address, because you will never ever see me on iTunes or Stitcher or any of those other places that you look at podcasts, because it's all about This American Life and the Adam Carolla's and the Mark Barons. So yeah, here, take my information down. Oh, what's your podcast about? Ooh, I got that one recently. Actually, last week at the Podcastro Valley Gay Pride, what do you call it? Was a festival. There was a stage, there was music, there was lots of techno music, lots of dance music. Hey, bring on the Pet Shop Boys is all I have to say. And one guy, I was talking to several people actually about my podcast there, because they asked me, do I live in Podcastro Valley? And I say I do a podcast. And a couple of interesting people that I think would be great guests on this show I met at the Podcastro Valley Gay Pride Festival. And this one guy said to me, he kind of looked at me up and down, and no, not because he was gay, but because he was like, or because I'm incredibly attractive too. That might have to do with it. But he said, hey, so what's your podcast about? Kind of very cynically, like just sort of, what is it? And I'm like, well, I interview a lot of indie bands on there and musicians. And then and he kind of stops me and goes, oh, so it's a music podcast, like all disgusted. And I'm like, you know what? No. And I said this to him. It's a whatever I want it to be podcast. And he was like, oh, I don't know. Did I get a little angry? Was I maybe showing a little more emotion than I should have, Brewmaster?
Mike, some guy thought you were attractive?
Why is that such a mystery?
Mike, we can see why.
Thank you, John Deere, the engineer.
Yeah, Mike, it's no secret. You're a handsome man.
Okay, thank you. I'm a little bit uncomfortable right now, but that's alright. That's probably because I woke up this morning and rubbed sand in my eyes. Don't know why. Maybe because I woke up this morning on the beach. Because I am part mermaid. I'm a merman. Ethel merman. Now that's definitely part of the Castro Valley Gay Pride Festival. I thought I saw Ethel Merman a couple times there. Yeah, so that would be the end of the show. Marty Raybon, Shenandoah. Soulful voice, that Marty Raybon. Great. Alright, so that's going to be the end of the cassette cubbyhole for a while. Next show, we are going to bring you a news segment. Hold on, I want to find out what it is.
Later that day.
News Random. Yes, that's one of the first news segments that I ever started on this podcast, this Matthews News thing that I bring you once in a while. I bring you news stories, and that was the first one that I came up with when I was coming up with names. What should I do? What should I call the news segment? And News Random was what it was. Based on something Craig Ferguson used to do on his Late Show, where I think he said he would call it random news. And I'm like, I'll just flip it around. So that's coming up on the next show, where we'll look at something interesting, random, and informative for you. And we'll also hear from, let's see, we had everybody on today's show. I think Madame Rootabega, Valentino, and Bison Bentley, you're coming back.
Michael Master, we will come to the place and we will sit down and you will put a microphone in our face and we will make strange noises out of our mouths. Ooh.
Will you tell me my fortune?
Yes, Michael Master, I will read the tea leaves that are in a cup in the rubbish bin outside that I won't go and look at.
Then that'll work perfectly. Valentino, Bison Bentley, you'll be back too.
Yeah, that's it. Happy 900th anniversary day.
Yeah, good times, Mike. Do you know that?
Mike's Daily Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at mikesdailypodcast.com. Email Mike now at mikesdailypodcast@gmail.com. See you tomorrow. Bye!